Hello fellow Kaiju fans and Kaiju collectors, I'm back for my next Ultraman figure review. I'm going to try to keep this trend going for a little while. That is, until I run out of Ultraman figures to review. But today we're going to be taking a look at another monster from the original Ultraman, as most of these monsters are, like I said, with the exception of Vakshim. He is the only one that I have that's from Ace. But today we're going to be talking about actually one of my favorite sculpts out of the Ultra 500 line. It's probably what I consider probably one of the top 5 best sculpts of the Ultra 500 line, because you get more accuracy out of this character as opposed to the previous figures. So today we're going to be taking a look at, actually, is it's one of my favorite monsters as well out of the original Ultraman, and it is the I don't know what episode it's from. I think it's like 22 or 23. It is Telesdon. Yeah, love this figure. Really love the design of the figure as well. I figured that I really like the design of this over the previous Telesdons, because this time let's just go into the detailing. So as for detailing, the head is again very accurate as it usually was. You got the nice detailing around the eyes, and then the detailing on the mouth. Unfortunately, there's no paint on the teeth, but that's something I guess I could survive without. The arms are finally bent, like almost in like a punching form, not like straight down like usual. The legs are finally bent as well, instead of being straight up and down. And he's essentially just hunched over, like he should be. If you remember in the old Ultra figures, his arms used to be completely straight. They used to be down like this, and he used to be standing up straight, almost like he was looking up at something. So that was something I always had a big gripe with the other figures. And of course the tail. The tail's not short this time. It actually fits the character very well. It's actually a rather long tail with that little dent in it. I don't know what that is, but okay. Oh, and this is another thing I'm really happy for as well. They finally, this is no longer attached to the body, because before this used to be like completely attached to the body. Now they've left it floating, so that he could be hunched over, because I believe that was something that they couldn't do, because it would look stupid if when he was standing like this, that was like hanging out like that or something. Or if they had hunched him over and it was like just attached to his body, that would kind of look stupid. But he does have all the nice folds and everything in the body. I still don't know what this is, though. I wish I could figure that out. But like I said, pretty much very accurate on the eyes and all that, mouth, everything like that. Oh yeah, and this is something different too. He has 5 fingers, which is, I never remembered him having those in the episode, but they're almost like human hands, just with claws on them. I just don't remember that, but then again, it's been a while since I watched the episode. So, yeah. So articulation-wise, he is your stereotypical Ultra 500 monster. His rotation consists of, the arms go 360. Mine are rather stiff, but I can still rotate them. And this is another thing, you have to pull out the arms from the thighs, which I'm no big fan of, but yeah, so the other ones can go like this as well. And then the tail can rotate 360, which this is a very simple joint to move. So yeah, really like the design of this figure. Now as for history, well, since I don't know his Ultra Galaxy history, I'm just going to give you his Ultraman, like the original Ultraman history. He originally appeared in, I believe it was episode 22 or 23, was the Underground Destruction Work, was the name of the episode. And essentially what he was, there's this race of people that live under the earth that they've never seen natural, like they're almost like moles in a way. Essentially what happens is, Hayata is kidnapped, and Telesdon is sent up to do his dirty work by essentially just destroying the city of, I think they're in Tokyo, but he has to destroy Japan while Hayata is kidnapped. So essentially the Science Patrol is trying to fight Telesdon during the night, actually. It's one of the few night fights in this show. But it does end with Hayata eventually turning into Ultraman and fighting Zeton. But the weird thing is, he doesn't kill Zeton your normal way. Like, he does the same thing that he did with Red King. He flips him over his back, I believe, or he flies him up and then drops him or something. But it's not like he blows him up with a Specium Ray or anything. He just essentially kills Telesdon in this very, like, I don't know, anticlimactic way? I don't know. But he was also revived by Geronimon, along with Duraco and Pigmon, later on in the episode for, I believe it was 36, with the little hero. 36 or 37, I can't remember which. I believe it was 37, though. But, so he died a much weirder way this time. But essentially what happens was, he and Duraco were the first two monsters that Geronimon was going to revive, if the Earth did not surrender within 24 hours. And, because otherwise he was going to bring back, like, I can't remember, like 500 different monsters or something, or 600 different monsters, I can't remember. Or maybe 60, I don't know, but whatever it is, Telesdon is eventually killed by being shot in the stomach by the Science Patrol after they put all their their guns together. I can't remember what type of gun it is, and they shoot him right in the stomach, and he falls over, and his tongue freaking hangs out and everything, and he's like rolling all over, and then he dies. And that's the end of Telesdon for the original series. Now, I know he was brought back in Ultraman Jack as a different monster. The monster's name was Deton. It had like this, the snout was more rounded, and it made this weirder noise. I don't know how to describe the noise, but that was an Ultraman Jack monster. And then he did reappear in Ultra Galaxy, but that I'm not too sure of, so yeah. So, sizing. He does size up fairly well with some of the other figures, not as well as we'd hope him to be, but it's better than having the terrible sculpt on the original Telesdon, which was absolutely awful in my opinion. This one is a much better sculpt in my opinion, because I just really like this sculpt. But, so here he is with Ultraman. He's still not the greatest in terms of, like, sizing. I mean, like I said, Telesdon should at least be up to here with Ultraman, so that he could, like, literally punch him and beat the shit out of him and everything. Now, you could probably pull this off if you had it in green screen, and you made this, like, a larger, like, if you held Telesdon closer to the camera, and did it that way, and then just, like, choreographed the fight before, or if you played the green screen footage, and you just matched it up to how you were moving the Ultraman figure. But yeah, so he doesn't really fit scaling very well with this guy. He does fit better with some of the monsters rather than the Ultra Heroes, and Ultraman is going to fall over again, I'll bet. Okay. So, yeah, so as for Telesdon, he's one of the better figures out of the Ultra 500 line. Not my absolute favorite. I'd probably pick either Zaragas, Baltan, Vaksham, or Gamora as my favorite, and those are just the ones that I own. I'm sure that if I bought more, there would probably be one that would take over those few. But this is a very good figure for what it is. He does have a better sculpt this time, one that's way more accurate than most of them are. Would I recommend this figure? Yeah. I'm going to have to give this figure, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, because the sculpt is an improvement. He does look more accurate. The paint job is more accurate. The only thing that I have to gripe with pretty much is the sizing. Because we don't really get much in the way of head articulation for these guys. There are a select few that do have head articulation, but others, well, most of the normal monsters like this have head articulation, but some of them don't. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to give this guy a 4 out of 5. And, yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys for the next review. So,